What is up, my fellow gamers? In today's video, we are taking a look at all the brand new artifacts in Dragonheir Season 2. Like and sub for more amazing gaming content. Down below in the description box, click that link to download Dragonheir Silent Gods for absolutely free and start your journey now. Brand new season, span new game. Dragonheir Silent Gods is a season-based game that is officially launching Season 2 Fall of Increscent on December 15th. Introducing new sandbox, new strategy, and new optimization experience, just like a brand new game. Really quick, these are all of our current active codes that you can go ahead and enter right now in Dragonheir Silent Gods. All right, we got 2 brand new epic artifacts to go over, along with 9 legendaries and 3 exclusives. Go over the legendaries and exclusives first. First one we got is Aurora Telescope HP attack percentage. When the wearer deals damage to an enemy with higher defense, the current damage will be boosted based on the defense ratio between them. When the target's defense reaches a percentage of the wearer's, the damage boost will reach the maximum 20% to all the way up to 35%. Meanwhile, when the wearer takes a crit hit, the damage is reduced by 15. So this is something you really want to kind of put on your tank. What this is doing is it's making your tank kind of more offensive. So if they're going to have higher defense, putting this artifact on them allows you to put gear on that's going to be more defensive gear. So that way, when they have higher defense than the enemy that they're going up against, they're going to get this extra bonus attack. So it kind of makes your tanks a little bit more of an offensive threat. Next one we got is the Kukanti, I don't know how to say this, something bindings. We've got, as the battle starts, the wearer has a 100% chance to inflict attack penalty 2 on the enemy with the highest attack. If the wearer's attack is higher than the target's, the inflicted effect can't be removed during its duration. Wow, so this is an amazing one, something like PvP. I mean, because it's 100% chance to inflict it on the enemy with the highest attack. You could pretty much, use this in anything, but I really see this being devastating in PvP combat. Next one we have is Nutor's Shears. When the wearer deals damage to a target, they also reduce the target's max HP by a percentage of the target's max HP. This effect doesn't apply to bosses. So this is strictly for something like PvP content. What it's doing, it's reducing their max HP, so that way it's going to be harder for them to be healed up based on their max HP or anything like that. Next one we got is the Titan Rib. Attack and resistance. We got every time the wearer successfully resists a debuff, they gain an extra percentage of damage bonus with an indefinite duration, and it stacks up to 5 times. So this is really, really strong. This is one that I would say people are probably going to sleep on. If you are able to go ahead and resist it, you're getting such a huge increase in your damage. And what you can do is, just increasing your resistance, just having like 1 or 2 substats with some resistance and just constantly stacking that. So this is one that I highly suggest, if you do get this one, to mess around with it, experiment with. Damage bonus is by far the best. It's way better than something like attack up, because damage bonus is all of your damage that you do. It's just multiplying whatever your final damage is. So you're just getting a ton more, as opposed to something like attack up, which only increases your overall regular attack, which then has to go through your opponent's defense and other stats. The damage bonus, it's just a regular bonus that you get after all of the calculations of attack and defense and stuff are already made. Next one we have is the Blooms of Prina. We're getting an attack and an attack percentage. A lot of extra attack right here. When the wearer consumes ice crystals, their next battle skill deals an extra % of damage. So strictly for our Ice Blast heroes, pretty much can't use it on anyone else because of that ice crystal effect. Next one we got is the Oil of Skyfire. This one is specifically for the burn team. Every time the wearer applies a burn, we gain an extra % of attack up for an amount of time, and it can stack up to a maximum of 15 times, min 10 times. So another one, you're going to be putting this strictly on your new burn heroes. Next one is for the Thunderbolt heroes. When the wearer deals damage for each enemy on the field under the effect of electrocuted, the damage is increased by a percentage. This is so easy to pull off because The way that the Thunderbolt heroes work, you pretty much have all the enemies are gonna have electrocuted on them. So you're just gonna get so much damage from this. I would say out of these three, the one that I kind of like the best is going to be the Ice Crystal one and also the Tempest War Drum for the electrocuted. This is okay, the burn one, but you only get an extra percentage of attack up and it's for an amount of time, which I really don't like, where these are not for an amount of time. This is extra straight damage, and this one is, again, extra straight damage increase. Next one we have is the Helm of the Frostbeards. This is our exclusive. Damage dealt by Runaway will be increased by a percentage, while the upper limit of the stackable damage of Frost's Favor will be increased to 200%. All this kind of does is buff their, I believe it's their ultimate ability or something, right? We go and take a look at our skills. Our Frost's Favor gets buffed, and then our Runaway Storm gets buffed as well. So it just kind of makes these a little bit better. It's already an extremely strong hero for the Ice Blast team. So just putting this exclusive artifact on it, we're getting extra attack with the crit rate. I mean, it's just so strong. Next exclusive artifact we have is the Crown of Order. This is Percute's exclusive attack, and then we're getting a big buff to our crit damage. Lawful Retribution will ignore a percentage of the target's defense, while the damage bonus ratio provided for overwhelm stacks is increased by 4%. Now this hero is so broken against boss battles. I already have a whole video where I went over the Thunderbolt team, and this specific legendary hero melts through the bosses. When you launch something like your ultimate ability, you take out a huge chunk. And I mean, I'm talking against level 130 enemies, level 140 enemies. Next one we have is Malicious Manacle. This is another exclusive we have, and this is for a burn hero exclusive. A legendary from our Ice Blast, a legendary from our Thunderbolt, and then a legendary from our burn team. And these are pretty much, I would say these three are the strongest for the new legendaries we got. Gains an additional percentage of crit rate, and Incineration's damage bonus from Dispelling Burn is increased. Damage bonus for each stack of Burn Dispelled is increased by a percentage. So again, this just makes their ultimate ability even more stronger, really. And we're also getting that crit damage increase as well. Now, the next two we have are a bit interesting. The wearer receives an additional percentage of HP and a percentage of extra attack. For non-legendary heroes, this effect is double. So I love this one because it makes epics and rares somewhat kind of compete with legendaries. I mean, it's still kind of tough, especially for a rare to compete against a legendary. But if you throw this on one of your like strong rares and they're geared properly, you can get through a lot more of the tough content in this game if you're someone who's like free to play and you only have rares. The next one we have is the Everlasting Diamond. Healing from the wearer increases by a percentage. Meanwhile, the wearer receives an additional amount of resistance. This is a straight artifact for healing. I mean, any healer out there who's going to go ahead and take advantage of the Enlightenment stat, along with just being able to go ahead and heal the team, you're going to throw this on anyone. I mean, there's so many different heroes you can put this on. And then our two brand new epic artifacts we have are the 100-Eyed Robe. We're getting defense with an HP percentage, so no attack at all, unfortunately, with these stats. The wearer takes damage for every buff on the attacker. The damage is reduced by a percentage. This is something I'd strictly put on one of my tanks. We're getting the defense and HP stat, and then of course this, we're going ahead and we're just reducing the damage that we take. Next one we have is Cosmosis Crucible. We have the wearer and their nearby allies gain an additional amount of resistance for 15 seconds. This is going to be a defense stat and a resistance. This is okay. This is like, you know, it lasts for 15 seconds as soon as the battle starts. It really depends. I feel like this is something you would use for PvP battles, but like, you know, if the match is going to go more than 15 seconds, then it's kind of useless at that point, it feels like, right? Because I don't know, it kind of depends. Battles, they go either way. Either battles are really short or battles go really long, depending on if it's PvP content or you're going up against a really hard boss. 15 seconds, I don't know. I think if this was more a constant, this would be a lot better, but just getting it for only 15 seconds and then you lose all that extra resistance, I don't know if this is worth it. This is one that I would kind of probably pass on for my artifacts. That is it. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed this video. Click the link down below in the description box and start your journey right now in Season 2 of Dragonheir Silent Gods. Brand new season, span new game. Stay happy, stay safe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.